Well, that was a derp move. Okay, let's try this again and hopefully I won't accidentally exit the damn game. Okay, so I can move, I can jump. Let's see what this says. Isa? I'll go with Isa. Isa was the oldest, and if not the wisest, certainly the most learned. She remembered when Josiah still lived, and she would sit on this crate and listen to his stories. Those memories, like so many others, were bittersweet. So how do I get rid of that text? Oh, I just move away. No, I don't. Conserve your flashlight battery, recharge it at power outlets. Oh, are you kidding me? Man. Well, how am I supposed to examine things if I have to conserve my flashlight? Okay, Daniel was a quiet man who spent his life lost in the books of old or lost in his own thoughts. He wondered where the barrels had come from and who had put them here. So who are we? I am confused. We cannot interact with the tools, it seems. And there is no... Let's see. Abel loved Isa, and he loved Daniel and Ellie. When his mind wasn't turned toward their well-being, it was filled with thoughts of bleak hopelessness. Sometimes he would rifle through the barrel, the promise of undiscovered trinkets raise his spirits, if only temporarily. Okay. Yesterday, 4 people lived on this island, now only 1 remains, so I guess that 1 is me. Okay. I'm honestly not sure what to make of this game already. Okay, let's check out this building then. Is there anything outside? What are you? Did we stick our fingers in it, or did we charge the flashlight? I can't tell. Oh well. Let's enter. It's locked. Okay, we can't enter. Let's move along then. So is this rainstorm? I don't even know. They reached the ruins and strolled leisurely through them toward the shoreline. Isaac could remember when the old buildings still stood there, filled with families. We're old, Isa, said Abel, and we're getting older. We've been getting older since we were born, said Isa. She was always smiling. Abel never smiled. I feel like I missed life, he said, like it whizzed right by while I wasn't looking and I'm watching it disappear into the horizon. Stuck in this prison. Oh, come on, she said. Look out at the water, isn't it beautiful? It's lonely, he said. Lonely and infinite. Do the barrel laughs. I'm sorry, he said. He cried because he often cried during these talks. For what, she said. For a lot of things. There's nothing in here. These conversations were not new. Long ago, Isa had learned to love Abel, despite and for his despondency. She hugged him and the wind tossed her long gray hair around. Okay. Oh, can I jump over? Whee! Okay. Yeah, let's check that one out first, just to be thorough. The night was wild and cold. Monstrous tracks leading from the hatch were brand new, but the wind quickly erased them. I'm not sure I want to check that out. Alright. Boing. Oh, we can go in. Nice. I'm saying that she knows more than she's telling us, said Ellie. What? The wood was older than anyone could remember, and it had rotted and fused with the floor. Ew. Let's see. Books. What's your problem with Isa? Daniel said, putting his book down. He was annoyed at being disrupted here. Oh. Oh, great. Puzzles. My problem is that she's a liar, Ellie said angrily, fiddling with the knobs on the machine as she paced around. And I had to keep explaining this to you over and over again. You don't know her like I know her. Exactly. You're not an impartial judge, she said. She keeps the chapel locked, and she's the only one with the key, said Ellie, leaning on the barrels and folding her arms. So you're saying she took it, he said? The hell kind of a story is this? Okay, let's check this building, I guess. Isa kept a smile on her face, although she did not feel like smiling. There's a light source in here. She sat down beside the flashlight. What about Ellie? Has Ellie mentioned anything to you, she said. She didn't take it either, he said. Nor did I, and nor did Abel, she said, and yet it's gone. Psst. Daniel, you're the last one I gave the key to, said Isa. Daniel stared at the mysterious control panels. He didn't meet her eyes. He didn't meet anyone's eyes. I didn't take it, he said. Why would I take it? I'm the one that told you it was missing. The rusted junk cast shadows on the opposite wall. How do you know Abel didn't take it, he said. Because I trust him, she said. He's a dismal man, but he would never hurt any of us. Do you trust Ellie? Daniel didn't answer immediately. I trust all of you, he said, because that's how we have to live. Okay. I'm not sure what to make of this either. Is there something on this mound? There is not. Can I swim in this game? Nah, I guess not. There's the infamous invisible wall. That would probably solve half of their problems if they could swim. Get the fuck out of here. What are you? The mysterious liquid had drained from the tank and into the water long ago. Okay. Ah, these are very dead trees. This place was a forest once. Isaac can remember the glorious living trees, barely. Sort of a damp tangle of trees and foliage free to run wild and unkept. These skeletons were all that remained. Poetic. Boing, boing, do-do-do, boing, boing, do-do-do, boing, boing. Alright. Can we go in here? Come back when night falls. Fine. Ooh, what's that? What are you? Really? What in the hell would you use a power cord for up here? It's not like you get Wi-Fi out here. Alright. Ooh, candles. Can I take these? They could make more candles. They couldn't make more wood, so Abel burned candles. But where are you getting the wax? Well, I guess they kind of recycle the wax, but you still have to burn it. There is an evil man on... Oh, great. There's an evil man on this island, and I know him well. We played together as youths. We've cried together. We've eaten together. We have loved the same women. Betrayed the same women. He is my constant companion and my worst enemy. He puppets my arms, legs, and mouth up to his own selfish ends, and secretly hurts everyone I love as I watch, helpless, with their unshed, unfelt blood on my hands. He gets my flesh with indescribable pleasures and blights my soul with unutterable despair. His name is Sin, and we are irrevocably bound together. Surely there exists no hell worse than this. Okay. Abel read to escape. Daniel read to feed his lofty strange thoughts. Lofty, not lovely. Isa read to pass the time, but Ellie, as far as Abel knew, she hadn't opened a book in years. What'd she do all day? He didn't know. Sometimes he worried about her. He worried about all of them. Were they all as melancholy as he was? Maybe. Can I go away, please? Thank you. Oh, crap. I want to see what other things are in here without the invading text. Apparently that's locked. For some reason. What childlike emptiness I feel to find the most peaceful solace in fantasy. To live in to find in masquerades a truth more vivid than reality. What sort of twisted villains were the ancient writers to taunt us with unreachable worlds more beautiful than our own? We have enough stored food to live long lives. When our wood runs out, we would be cold, but only so cold as to be uncomfortable. The water is rising, but it will be many years before it reaches our homes. Technically, we survive, but to what end? This island is all This island is all the world we know, and it's nothing but the broken pieces of a fairy tale. Jumbled text. Okay, so that was Hut 1, I suppose. It's not quite dark yet. Yay, fire. Ooh. She took the knife from the shelf. The blade was dull and rusty, but was still pointed. She was not smiling. Dun dun dun. I remember when the moon still shined, when each night was bathed in Moon Sliver, and the shadows were mysterious and friendly, and the island was a place of joy. That was many years ago. Since it disappeared, this place has become cold and stark, plagued by an inexplicable sense of loss and despondency. Daniel and Ellie are young. They do not feel it. They don't remember what the world used to be like, but Abel and I do, and we are both filled with longing for the intangible joys that it can no longer provide, for friends that do not exist, for feelings that cannot be reasonably felt. When I was younger, I smiled because I felt like smiling. Now that smile is a disguise. Oh dear. Oh. I believe the word of Hector, and the religious teachings that were passed on to me. Maybe the moon is still out there, hidden behind some cloud of darkness, and maybe the ones who went before us are waiting there. There's no way to know. We have to wait for death to find out. And truth be told, I'm ready. I'm ready for the beginning of a new adventure. Oh hey, there's the key. Or a key. Things are bound to happen because we have found a key. And it does not unlock that! Rawr! Jump scare. No? Okay. Actually, let's run back over to this other room and see if that key unlocks the thing that was in here. Nope. But hey, at least we have a key. Abel often visited Daniel. He loved to talk, and Daniel loved to listen. Isa and I were up for a walk, said Abel as he answered. I thought I'd stop by before he got caught up in a book. Daniel put his book down. Hello, he said. His expression confused Abel. Daniel stared at the pile of wood. He hadn't burned wood for months. Let's talk about Ellie instead. Abel was silent for a moment. What about Ellie? He said. Daniel didn't need to answer. Abel swallowed. Alright, let's talk about Ellie. Ellie was laying on the bed. Daniel came in. Beginning of a porno. She scowled at him suspiciously and beautifully. What were you and Isa doing in the old power building? What were you talking about? Can I jump over? I want to investigate things. Obviously there was some kind of tussle because the chair is fallen over. We don't know why. Oh, come on, I saw a question mark. She glared at him. I'm going to get wood, she spat. Do you think I was too stupid to know? He said. I'm going to get wood. Did I miss something? I think I did. But the fact that I can't get the fuck over there is bothering me. Anything else to inspect? A book. What were you and Abel doing at his house yesterday while I was climbing the mountain? He answered, casually flipping through the book on her table. It was covered in dust. Okay, so that was part 1, part 2, part 3. Alright. Now it makes more sense. But now it's darker. Well, yeah, let's get to this thing over here. Come back, but night is falling! How dark do you want it to be? Well, it's one other place to check, I suppose. The night is wild and cold. What is with this music? Okay. That's locked. And I can't muck around with that control panel or the valve on top, if that is even a valve you move. Was there anything in the previous areas? Oh yeah, there was that one house that was also locked. Of course, it has to give us something that is away from that other door. Let's go around back and zap ourselves before we go in. Okay. It's supposed to be the church, and it's either foggy or really dusty in here. Daniel was still thinking about his talk with Abel the day before as he absent-mindedly picked the book up. Something caught his eye, or rather, the lack of something. The Moon Sliver was gone. Word of Hector 1. The Moon Sliver was written by the pure spring rain upon pages of dried leaves and found by the noble Hector. The moon spoke to Hector, saying, "Take this, the Moon Sliver, and make for it a place in the chapel of infinite light, for it is a holy document. Man cannot read it, but its every letter is known to the demons of the night, greatly feared. Know that it will protect you, even should my light cease to bathe the night in holy silver. Give it a place of honor, and treat it as a prized possession, for it is your weapon against evil." And so Hector took the Moon Sliver and placed it in the chapel of infinite light, upon a silver pedestal. The night was warm with light, and the day was bright with warmth. Okay, that one's 4. Are there any other? Where's number 2? Okay. The woodland teeth, the monster of the forest, was more tenacious than the other demons. It hated the people of Hector, and desired to take the island away from them. And it lurked in the dark corners and unseen passageways, scheming horrific schemes. It came to pass that Ursula was taken, stalked by the woodland teeth, in the dark underground, attacked and dragged down the hell. Then the moon came to Hector in a dream, and said, "Hector, the time has come. Your great enemy has arrived. You would all do well to tremble, for his power is great and his depravity is unspeakable." Of course, that's why he takes the woman. "Go take the moon sliver from its pedestal and do battle." And so Hector went to the Chapel of Infinite Light and retrieved the moon sliver, and went into the tunnels. Okay, so where's number 2? Or number 3, rather. There you are. Most of the text is illegible. Great. Hector descended, darkness, terrible whispering, infinite and deep, did not know how long he wandered, promises of brutal torture and mutilation waiting. Begone, teeth of the forest, spoke the holy incantations written upon, returned to the surface. Great. Okay. Again, the moon came to Hector in a dream. "The woodland teeth is vanquished," it said. "Your people are safe for now, but it still waits, lurking in the depths. It fears the moon sliver, and will not dare to appear again while the holy document remains in your possession. But know this, should the moon sliver be destroyed, even my divine light will not be able to save you from the wrath of the woodland teeth and the darkness of hell. Keep it safe, keep it ready, and may you live in prosperity on this island I have given you. Let your prosperity be a sign that the words I speak are true." He stared at the empty dice for some time, struggling to comprehend the simple, shocking fact. Had someone moved it? Isa, perhaps. She's the only one with a key to the Chapel of Infinite Light. But Elliot Abel could have borrowed it from her, as he had done, or taken it. Regardless, he had to tell the others. See how dark it is outside. Ew, it's raining. Is this dark enough for you? What do we have to do into that? Whatever you want to call it, a hatch. You know, we have power lines, but no or power poles, but no actual lines. Great, it's miserable. Let me in, please. Fuck you. Fine. And of course I can't even open that, so there's something I'm missing apparently. I think I was able to go in all these buildings before. Don't see anything in here. Boing, boing. At least let me pick something up, other than just a singular key. Because if shit's gone down, I'd at least like something to defend myself with. But, you know, I don't think that's that kind of game. Why is it not dark enough? Did I already? I did. What the hell's this? A strange acidic smell emanated from the pipe. That does not look like pipe to me. That looks like a bung. And there's nothing in here. Maybe going back. Maybe I should go back to that one hut where Isa was. Oh, there's just something here in the beginning. don't see anything that needs to be locked or unlocked. So there's that. This person cannot swim, which is still a bit of a shame, because I see some stuff out there. Well, I guess those are some of the houses that are already flooding. Can I go out to them? No? Well, screw you too. What's going on here? Daniel sat with Ellie under this tree, his arm around her. Ooh. Something over here. Oh hey, it's another one. Can I go into this one? Darn, door is rusted shut. Well, there was like a hammer and a screwdriver back there. You can try and chisel the rust away. Try. There is no wood to gather up here. So what's-her-face was just outright lying. Can I go up? No, I can't go up that slope. Was it this one I need to go in? Nah, this was the whole Ellie being pissed hut. How about this one? Oh wait, no, that was Daniel and Abel. I think this one is a Daniel hut. Nothing to unlock there, as far as I know. Let's try this one then. Nothing! Crying out loud. Oh. Isa could not talk to Abel about her feelings because Abel's overburdened with his own, so she often sat at her desk and wrote. She did not know who would ever read her papers, but there was always something so profound preserving thought. Oh. There was something profound about preserving thoughts. It said they would live long after there was nobody around to read them. Is that like the one note that I missed? Oh. Son of a bitch. Do you open those? Yay, what's this? Isa didn't know what the object was, but she remembered her father tinkering with it in his workshop when she was a girl. The workshop and the adjoining home were now far underwater. She was not a young woman, but even now seeing it brought her comfort. Abel came in. How'd it get into storage? She asked. She shut and locked the box. I told you before, she said. I forgot, he said. I don't go there often. Press the first 3 until they click. Leave the 4th alone, she said. Well, that is a hint, and I don't even know what the hell that is. But after all that faffing about, you can get into some of the other boxes. Or not. Damn. There goes that theory. Well, at least we know how to get into storage, which I assume is that underwater bit. Key right next to the bloody box. Is that a cup? Thimble? He watched Ellie put her clothes back on. Well then. His eyes unfocused, not really seeing her. She didn't say anything. Her lips pursed in an eternal ignorant scowl. He got up from the bed and opened the box. He used to believe that one day he could plant the last few seeds they would be able to grow food again. But now he knew that the ground was poison. Isa had given his seeds to him for safekeeping. Isa loved him. Isa trusted him. His eyes filled with tears, but he didn't let Ellie see. "I'm supposed to meet Isa for a walk," he said. She didn't answer. She just left. Okay. Go across the way. Is there a box in here to unlock? No, there's just a damn chair and a bucket in my way. Alright. Check the last hut. For tiny ass keys. Oh, right. Daniel took down the dead flashlight and replaced it with a fully charged one, listening to Abel talk and thinking unrelated thoughts. He preferred the sharp illumination of flashlights to the dimness of flame. I suppose if you're reading, maybe. Okay, so press first 3 buttons, leave the 4th alone. Let's see if we can get into storage. What is considered the first 3? And from what angle am I looking at this from? Two, 3. I guess that was it. It's a hell of a storage area. Wait a minute. Why am I hearing voices? We're supposed to be the last one here. Chances are, Ellie was uneasy. The darkness had never felt this menacing before. It seemed alive, watchful. So are we, Ellie? There's something down here. I'll bet you this is a dead end. The code was long forgotten. Darn. Nobody had been down below in many years. Oh, you just know that this is just gonna be, like, something inane. How about this? All you guys had to do was dick around for like 4 minutes. But wow. This place is dark. They had to know the truth, and Hector would not tell it, so down here, where nobody would find him, he wrote on scraps of paper. Maybe one day, someone would discover them. Well, I can't crouch, unfortunately. And there really isn't much of anything in here. Alright, back up we go. Well, after many years, I went down. And there's jack shit down there. Is that a dead end? Ellie? Daniel's voice echoed around the tunnels. Silence. I'm still very confused as to which character we're playing as. She couldn't explain the feeling. It was as though something was lurking around every corner, staying out of sight, staying ahead of her. Of course I had to give us a part with a lot of corners just to illustrate that. Okay, what was the point of this? What is the point of this architecture? This feels like shining in the darkness. Daniel heard soft, scratching footsteps behind him. He turned and shined his flashlight around the tunnel. Nothing. Okay, let's start from the right then. Nothing, nothing. Uh-oh. Okay. Guess we found that area in time. Alright. So we came from the middle. There's a spot down here. Dead end. Table. Great! Lots of stuff to investigate. Do I have the battery life? Oh, hello. She'd never felt like this before. She knew these tunnels well. She had been down here hundreds of times. Yet she was lost, confused, and afraid. Hello, sir. Okay, just wander back. And that's a dead end. See if we can navigate back in the dark. Alright. Epilepsy! Okay. Down this way then. He called again. Ellie? Still no answer. We heard footsteps again. Let's go right. He didn't even have time to cry out at the shadow silhouetted in his flashlight beam lunging towards him. And yet, I can't pick up any of these things, which would be a lovely weapon for this kind of scenario. Nor can I actually pick that up. I do not make a shadow. Okay. Let's go down this way then. When in doubt, when you are in a maze, only turn in one direction. This way you don't get as turned around. Ooh, a larger room. Hello. Back to the wall now. She felt its breath before she felt its claws, and then she was gone. I wonder. Nothing. I still can't pick up the flashlights. God damn it. Alright. Zappy zappy. See, now I can actually hear some of the footsteps. No. I'm backtracking now. But now we know that two of them are dead. So we are neither of those two. We are not Daniel, and we are not Ellie. So are we able? Or are we... digging the soundtrack. A family of rats lived amid the crates of dried food. They were perhaps the last animals left alive. Technically, a human is an animal too, but yeah, no. We're very biased as to whether or not we are animals. I take it as soon as I go up, then it will be dark. And then I'll be able to go in that area. Okay, that was the shaft that I went down. Is it dark yet? Yes, thank you. Now let's go over. Return to the mountain. Issa couldn't remember the last time she had been under the mountain. There was no reason to come here, but she had looked everywhere else. She clutched the old knife in her right hand. Yesterday the Moon Sliver went missing. Yeah, I hear people. Yesterday... Okay, today, Ellie, Daniel, and Abel were all nowhere to be found. She knew the word of Hector by heart. The sinister implications were not lost on her. So where'd Issa then? Where did Abel go? Abel heard her and answered, "I'm here." There's something strange about his voice. Something Issa didn't like. "What are you doing here?" "I'm reading of ages past," he said. "Do you know where Ellie and Daniel are?" she said. "I do not," he said. Your script could use a little bit of work, I'm sorry, but he said, she said is kind of boring. "They're missing," she said. "They are missing and a Moon Sliver is missing. Do you understand me? Do you understand what this implies?" "I do," he said. "Night will fall in a few hours, and we need to stick together. We can sleep in the same house, mine or yours. We'll keep the fire burning, we'll keep the door locked, and we will pray, Abel. We will pray to the unseen moon for mercy and protection. Are you happy here, Issa?" "We can't stay in the dark. It thrives in the dark." Yeah, I'm moving forward without my flashlight on. "Are you happy?" "Yes, I'm happy. Please, Abel." Oh, my flashlight's gone. There were tears in his eyes, and he struggled to control his voice. Frightening phrase. "Issa, I know you. I know every inch of you, and I know every corner of your mind. You aren't happy. None of us are happy." Issa didn't respond. "I'm staying here. The tears are flowing freely now. I would like it if you stayed with me, Issa. Please, stay with me. It will find you, Abel. And let it out, Issa. I destroyed the Moon Sliver." "Why?" Issa was shocked and silent. "I burned it yesterday after I talked with Daniel." Her eyes were filling with betrayed, angry tears. "What? Abel? No, why? Do you want to be dragged to hell? Do you want us to be dragged there with you? We are already in hell. This island, this horrible, barren, lonely island, this place of sin, this is hell. I saw the blasphemous scraps of the paper Jeremiah found. Those many years ago. I read them before they were destroyed. Perhaps I was the only one who did, and I did not believe them. But I have lived life since then, and I have seen the truth to their words." Issa could not respond as tears streamed down her face. She just kept walking toward the sound of his voice, the knife clutched in her hand. "You did not read the blasphemous scraps, Issa, but I did. And I remember them with incredible clarity, supernatural clarity even. Fear not the dark shadows or the scratches in the night, for the woodland teeth is your salvation. It is your escape." It said this and more, Issa. The woodland teeth is not here to take us to hell. It's here to take us away from hell. She could see him ahead, her flashlight beam cutting through the sickly fog. He was sitting in a chair, a book on his lap. As she approached, she could see he was crying too. "I believe the word of Hector," she said, "and I will not go to hell. Please trust me. Please." "I believe the word of Hector," she said again, and she put the knife to her chest, point first. No, Isa, please don't. Stay with me. Don't leave me alone." "I love you," she spat tearfully. "I love you so much." Am I gonna trip over a corpse? She closed her eyes and pushed. She remembered where the heart was located from one of her father's old books. Abel was too slow to catch her falling body. He knelt beside her and sobbed for some time. "So are we Abel?" "Hello." He was not a strong young man anymore, but Isa's body was light. He would take her out to the water. She had always loved the water. But then what? Read? Read until it found him? No, he didn't feel like reading anymore. I hear coughing. He was ready to be rid of this entire cursed island, books and all. He would simply wander, aimlessly and freely, to take one last look at the island and feel the wind blowing the memories away. And then when night fell, he would return. And wait. There is something on the floor, and I don't know what it is. And I have a feeling... Yep, hello there. I wonder what would happen if I turned around and did that walk, but hey. That was the Moon Sliver, I guess. Any end credits? That's kind of a confusing and depressing story. Well, half an hour late, but happy Halloween, peoples. Actually, can I still... Holy shit, I can still move. Where am I going? Okay, into the light. Morning dawn on the empty island, cold, bright, and windy. Well, I thought that was the end of it. The Moon Sliver. Oh, is this how we're doing the end credits now, with me? Yep, we're doing the end credits with me actually pushing down on the keyboard. Freesound.org. Good resource. Good resource. Deviant... Really? Really? What'd Rachel do? Can I move back? I move backwards and it stops saying the end. I can still move the flashlight. Alright, there's a light. There we go. There are two lights now. That's a hallway. I'm sorry, this is a silly way to do the end credits. Alright, yeah, I guess that's the Moon Sliver. For certain this time. Don't know what to say about it. It's a game.